Introduce yourself to me persona-wise.
Say what? I don't give a damn, April.
Introduce yourself to me. Give me your name. Let's start off.
Persona-wise, I would be the Rhino. I guess you would probably say, oh, it's because of the animal bullshit, but no, it's actually just my initials put together, the first 3 letters of my first name and the first 2 letters of my last name. Jumbled up, kind of like if you was to do the soul sharing board. Make a word out of these letters.
So what would be, metaphorically speaking, what is your outward persona? What is it that the crowd picks up from you? What's your vibe?
Energy. I just try to, because I know a lot of people go to shows and then they pay a lot of money to see these famous rappers or singers or whatever. But at the same time, it's like, you go to this show and they ain't got no energy behind their performance. They just standing there. So I want to make sure that when a person comes to see me perform, that they getting the full benefit of their dollar. You know what I'm saying? They're going to get an experience. So I bring a lot of energy. Definitely.
So what was your lifestyle or your style before Double R?
Before Double R, man, that was... I come from a music family. My father, you know what I'm saying? He used to do music, and you know, we just really trying to keep that going. I know my uncle was into music, my grandfather was in big band, and I guess I was just born with a musical gene in me, so I have to do it. It feels like it would be wrong if I didn't.
What are the trials and tribulations you went through that shaped your personal views, opinions on life, community, the world as a whole?
Well, as far as like maybe the stereotype goes, like if you look at the game right now, it just seemed like the retirement for a bunch of ex-drug dealers, or maybe still drug dealers. There's always somebody that, you know what I'm saying, I was pushing this, I was, you know. And that's not my background. I just love music, period. And I've never sold a drug. I've never claimed to be a drug dealer or nothing like that. But at the same time, I come from a tough city, so I did come up hard. And I know a lot of that may come out in my music, which is supposed to, because music is that outlet. So definitely. What was the question?
Give me your best ego tripping moment. Your big head moment. Your star status moment, so to say.
My star status moment. Ugh.
So far, you know, so far.
So far, yeah. You know, so far. Given where we is as far as music, definitely the neighborhood, because you know we film everybody videos and shit, and now everybody just knows shooting videos, and of course that's an outlet and a way for us to get our music out there. So people starting to know a couple of the songs. I remember one time we went to the gas station. Now you can get people in your neighborhood, all the niggas, you know, all that type of shit come up to you all the time. But we went to the gas station, and one of the gas station attendants said something to us about our music. Like, yeah, you know, when you gonna put me in the video, and you know what I'm saying, let me be on the track, all that type of stuff. So we definitely getting a lot of notoriety for that. Okay.
So what genres of music, other genres of music influence you? Would you ever dapper any other music, etc.? Pop, rock, jazz, gospel, R&B, classical?
That's a good question. That's a very good question. Because we just so happen to have music albums in other genres. You know what I'm saying? We got the jazz album, we got the hip hop album, and of course we got the techno album, and that's definitely what I'm talking about as far as the music being within me so deeply, because it doesn't stop at just one genre of music. You know, we grew up listening to everything, so that's still there.
Okay. Would you be willing to take another route into the entertainment world via porno movies, nude pictures, some sort of controversial, stunt, modeling perhaps?
I don't think I do the porn on the national level. I would probably do modeling, but the way the shit goes right now, if you're a hustler for your music, you're a hustler for your music. No matter what you go outside the box and do, you're always gonna bring it back to where you started.
The point is to get it there.
Exactly. We just trying to get it there.
So would you be willing to dapper in those fields to get it back to you?
Modeling. Nothing else. I would say modeling because, we have a clothing company and all that type of shit that we trying to get off the ground. So I probably won't do nothing else.
Is being on the mic as the front runner important? Would you be willing to just be in the background or possibly be happy as just a ghostwriter?
Oh, wow. That's a good question because I know that something like that may come along when somebody see that it's two of us. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, well, which one is better, or, which one is more comfortable in the spotlight, or I'm comfortable with whatever. I write music, I make music, I can be in the spotlight, or I can be a background singer making your song sound even better. Either way it go, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to do what it is that needs to be done to make your song, or make our song, sound the way it needs to.
Okay. So do you think your upbringing has prepared you for the hardships of the business?
The hard. The business is money. That's what people gotta realize. If you're not a greedy person, then nobody could ever get over you with trying to threaten you with money or something like that, or dangling money over your head or something like that. I've been broke. I'm still broke. You know what I'm saying? So when I get to that point of where the hardships come in, it's like, well, I've dealt with worse than this, so this ain't really fans not liking you, or I'm not quite sure what you mean by hardship.
There are a lot of dark areas in music, in the entertainment world, more so than just music. It could be your personal affairs, it could be your lifestyle, it could just be people haters, industry haters that want to tear you all down.
Yeah.
It could be something that attacks your masculinity, your sexuality, things that are not true, things to tear you down. Are you prepared for these hardships?
Yeah, because you get that every day just by doing what you're doing, period. You got this bunch of people who feel like you should be doing this. Then you got another bunch of people who feel like you should be doing this. Then you got another bunch of people, and it's never going to be right. I don't come from a suburban area, so I'm not going to be singing pop songs, or I'm not going to be singing country songs. That's not what I grew up around. Have I listened to country songs? Yeah, all day. But as far as people coming at us and shit like that, it's like, I've had the electricity man come at me and cut my bills off. Now you trying to come at me, talk about some shit in the dark that's just tabloid bullshit, and that's what the media does. And if you don't know that going into the game, then you're going to be hurt. So definitely, I got a pretty much well-rounded view on how they come at artists, so I'm prepared for it. I won't like it, but I'm prepared for it.
So would you be willing to go solo for success?
No.
Point blank, huh?
Point blank. I mean, I told my uncle before, because he tried to pull this older trip. I don't know why older people do that, but he like, yeah, I'm going to get to the point where it's time for me to retire, and then I'm going to have to become a manager. It's like, what the fuck you mean, nigga? This is like Run DMC. You stop, the group stops. All that stops. Like I said, I don't have a problem with writing for somebody else or producing for a mass number of people or any of that type of shit. So if he want to hang it up, then we'll hang it up.
So you don't care to take one for the team and bring it back home?
Oh, to take one for the team? Yeah, all day. Definitely. You got to sometimes. If it's you that somebody's looking for and they want you to do something, if I know that it'll help out the squad or it'll help out the family, then of course I would do that. But if it's got something to do with, oh, break up what you trying to do or break up your family, no, I'm not going to do that on any scale.
Have you ever even thought about doing a double CD? Titled the Ram versus the Rhino, something of the sort, just to showcase your individual talents on a CD for you, a CD for him, all together though, all in good fun.
If we did that, it'll probably be at a point in our career where we have notoriety and people pretty much know who he is, and it's like, oh wow, I've always wanted to hear what an album would be like with just these people, and it'll probably be something like that. But for right now, we just usually on all our albums we just kick a song where it's just him on the song, where it's just me on the song, and let people know what that's like.
All right. Well, thank you, Rhino. That is the end of this segment here.
Super. Cheers.